we're talking about today is the ketogenic diet. 8 things you need to know. Number 1, they get the term from the word ketones, ketone bodies. When your body begins to burn fat as fuel, what is being burned is the ketones, the ketone bodies of the fat being utilized and converted into energy. So that's where the name comes from. There are 2 types in my opinion. Number 1 is a healthy type. You're eating a lot of healthy fats, avocados, nuts, coconut oils. The bad kind, which a lot of people are doing, is you're eating a lot of steak, bacon, butter, and I know somebody who's doing this right now and their cholesterol is up to 400, going the bad type of fat route, and we can explain that in a little bit. But in a nutshell, what we were designed to do, our body was designed to store about 400 grams of carbohydrates in the liver and in the muscle. So we store the carbohydrates. When we work, we should be working, we should be moving, we should be utilizing energy. It is rapidly converted to fuel, glucose, primarily muscle, and then the liver lets out that stored carbohydrates for energy. And then we eat again and we fill up those reserves. What this diet does though is it begins to deplete carbohydrate consumption. So you're not taking in a lot of carbohydrates. So once your body runs out of that fuel source, it begins to convert fat to fuel. Now, in a nutshell, I think it's fine. I think it's a good program. The problem is dieting or short-term thinking doesn't lead to long-term results. So you can go on a ketogenic diet, but that's not going to be the long-term answer. And I am a proponent of cutting out carbohydrates such as pasta, breads, rice, especially if you're not using those carbohydrates. If you're a marathon runner, if you go long distance biking, if you play soccer all the time, if you're an athlete, you can take in a lot more carbohydrates. And I believe we are designed to consume a good amount of carbohydrates. I believe that whole grains, organic, you look at beans, the huge amount of beneficial benefits of beans. We were designed to eat carbohydrates. They're not bad. The problem is we're sitting too much. We're not doing anything, and we're just storing these carbohydrates. And carbohydrates, as you know, are broken down to sugar. That can increase insulin levels, and insulin is not a friend of weight loss. Also, this can lead to type 2 diabetes if there's too much sugar content in the food. So I'm a big proponent of limiting carbohydrates, tons of vegetables, good amount of nuts, some fruit, but fruit is also a simple carbohydrate. Simple and complex, we can talk about that at some other point, but really it's a structure of the carbohydrate complex versus simple. But that you don't need to worry about that right now. I would encourage you, if you want to try this type of diet, limit your carbohydrate intake at breakfast or lunch or dinner, and try to get a lot more veggies, a lot more huge salads, some nuts, avocado, and begin to limit the carbohydrate intake. I still have a sweet potato during the day. I'll have some fruit. I might have a little bit of healthy pasta. So I've tried this diet, I've done this diet, but I don't look at dieting as a solution. I look at moving more, being more active, exercising, helping people, and we're moving. That's how we were created, and then we can consume carbohydrates. We weren't just designed to sit and watch TV and do some biological hack, some diet hack, and get away from these things. So move more and eat tons of healthy, God-given food, not food designed in a factory. But also there's something called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. What that basically means is your body is burning energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without even exercising. People think exercise is the big burn. You're burning calories, and you are. Exercise increases that. But non-exercise activity thermogenesis is, some people are just more high-strung. That's why they're more slender. You're more, like I am, inclined to sit down and just relax, and it's going to be harder for your body to burn calories. So the body is designed to convert energy, to convert calories into food. When we don't eat, this is why I'm a proponent of fasting, when we don't eat, the body begins to switch from carbohydrates that are stored, say 1,600 calories, in the liver and muscle. It begins to burn and utilize your fat, your adipose tissue, for fuel. It will also burn muscle for fuel, but your body goes into what is called protein sparing mode. And it's again how we were designed. If you look at my last video on intermittent fasting, I go on a little rant here that I don't believe we evolved. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's impossible for a person to just come from nothing. All this just come from nothing. We were designed by a designer. From burning adipose tissue, from protein sparing, from not going after the heart and muscle and brain during fasting. Your body goes after the disease cells and the things that the body doesn't need. It's so smart. It screams creator. So we need to get that out there again. In my opinion, we still need a caloric deficit to get in shape and to lose weight. Whether it's ketogenic, whatever it is, if you're taking in more calories, more units of energy, your body will store those. And that was how we were designed, to consume food, to store a little bit in our fat, and then we go through seasons of feasting and fasting, and your body converts the energy, and it's really healthy and beneficial. So I would encourage you, if you're going to go this approach, it's not a bad idea to limit carbohydrate intake. You're not going to see immediate results sometimes. And sometimes you might lose weight, but it's water weight. And then when we eat again, the water comes back in like a flat tire receiving air pressure. The tire comes up a little again. That's why muscles look a little bit fuller and more defined when people are taking in some carbohydrates, because that water is pumped back into the muscle at the cellular level and different things. So in a nutshell, it's not a bad approach. I wouldn't call it, let me go on this diet for 30 days and get these wonderful results and then go back to poor eating habits. I would make it part of a lifestyle. Hey, I don't move that much. I'm going to limit my carbohydrate intake. I'm going to move more. I'm going to be more productive. I'm going to get out and walk. Sometimes I'll park a quarter mile away from the mall or wherever I'm going and just walk and walk. You have to be more proactive in this area. So as a final note, do not put more emphasis into physical things than you do spiritual things. There is a God, there is a creator. Many of you know I'm the Pantry pastor. I've been titled that. I believe in a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is my foundation. That is the only rock on which I will build my life. Physical pales in comparison to the physical, because when the physical is gone, that's all you have is the spiritual. So I would encourage you, make sure spiritual health is absolutely vital. And in the description, I'm going to list a few books that might help. What Works When Diets Don't explains a lot of this. It's a free download at many places. Kindle still charges a little bit. And then Feasting and Fasting, What Works, What Doesn't, and Why. It'll be a free download in the description. And go back and listen to some other videos under the Pantry Pastor, under my page, Shane Idleman. We just started this page because I want to get out there and give people the right information from a biblical perspective. That's the key, from a biblical perspective. So until next time, let us know if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, comments. But again, most of the questions that are being asked are actually in those two books, and they should help you a great deal. So thank you.